My name's Betty. I'm from Zingerman's Mail Order. I'm here with my coworker John. We're very excited to be here. Maybe a tad bit nervous, but mostly excited. And we're going to tell you about our Kata journey at Zingerman's Mail Order. And you guys have already been introduced to our Kata fish. This was designed by our marketing and graphics team. And this was really just to get us to rally around a cry, get us a common message, a theme, something that we could get behind and have some fun with. We found pretty quickly where we work that if we're not having fun, we're not going to continue doing whatever it is that we're not having fun doing. So let's talk a little bit about who we are and where we're from. Zingerman's community of businesses. We're a group of 10 businesses. We're all located in Washtenaw County in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We're dedicated to full-flavored, traditionally made artisanal foods, which is a fancy way of saying we make real food. You can pronounce all of our ingredients. There's not any additives. There's not any preservatives, that sort of thing. The interesting thing on this slide for you guys today is that the other 9 businesses are just now beginning their lean journey. So today, specifically, we're going to talk about Zingerman's Mail Order. We started in 1993. We started on a table in the basement deli because students would come to the university and get hooked on brownies and then go on, they'd get their education, they'd go on and leave, and then they would call and say, hey, could you send me some of those brownies? And somebody said, wow, maybe there's a business here, right? So these years later, we're about 18 million. We have 70 people year-round. That's our core staff, our core crew. And every holiday from October to December, we ramp up to 400 people. So we literally hire, train, and then term 300 people every season. And we've gotten really, really good at that process because we had to. We do half of our revenues that week before Christmas. So on an $18 million business, we do 9, actually it's the 2 weeks before, and then half of that we do the week right before Christmas. So quite a bit of variability. And we've been using lean now for about a decade, or 11 years, I heard. Feels longer. So continuous improvement history at ZMO, what does that look like? So again, we started our journey in 2004. A gentleman named Eduardo Landers was going to the university, and he was a student of Dr. Leiker. And he wrote his dissertation at Mail Order, and the title of his dissertation was Implementing Lean in a Highly Variable, Perishable Environment. Up until now, or at least to my knowledge, lean had been used in a lot of car places, things that don't spoil if they sit, right? We don't have the ability to make big buffers of things because food goes bad very quickly, especially if you're not using any preservatives. So we started that in 2004, and we've been working with this gentleman throughout our history. He flies in from Brussels every 6 weeks, and we do 3-day work sessions still. But over the years, we have done lots of really great work. So much so that this is a little snapshot of our last holiday. We were able to achieve a 7-second talk on our warehouse floor. So this meant every 7 seconds, an order of really great food came off our line and out to hopefully some of you people in this room. We also had reduced internal mistakes this last holiday, as well as the employee experience was very high too. So those 300 people that came in, we're all very happy to be there, and we were all very happy to have them. And it was a good time. It was a good holiday. So you might ask yourself, what's missing, right? We have a faster talk on the warehouse floor. We have better quality. People are happy. And all through our journey, we have known that we wanted to get the frontline staff involved. And not even wanted, we knew that we needed them there driving the improvement because that's where the knowledge of the work is. And we are an organization that truly believes in the power of the people. So we've been, all along these 10 years, we've been trying to get people involved to different varying degrees of success. Mostly it's been the top 3 managers, myself and 2 other managers that have been a bottleneck for improvement. This stuff was just all so confusing, and we had this little problem hut thing over here, and we tried Toyota business practices. And all along, you know, the thing we were trying to get was folks just to get curious about their job. Come help us improve. All these initiatives were mostly used by top-down management who we pushed it on other people. They felt like we were pushing it on them. It felt like we were dragging them along, improving with us, and it's because we were. It's really hard work when you're dragging folks along and they're not enthused, they're not engaged, they don't want to do the work. And that's the result that we got from folks. And it just never took hold. They were grueling experiences. They were those meetings where for hours we're talking about the semantics of a word or trying to create the perfect problem statement that doesn't imply a solution and getting all philosophical with that. But it never took hold, and it wasn't much fun. So, what happened? About 3 years ago, Eduardo had called and said, I've read the Toyota Kata book, and you've got to read this book. I think we should try it. And I was like, another book to read, right? Okay, we'll read the book. So we started reading the book, and right at that same time, Dr. Leiker had contacted mail order and said, I'm teaching this lean course. I have these groups of graduate engineer students who are looking for a real-life business experience or a real problem in a real business to practice the kata patterns on. Would you be interested? And of course we went, oh my God, yes, if we're interested. And I immediately went, I'm interested, but I don't know anything about, I literally was on chapter 2. And we said, you know what, it's okay. What I'm learning is it's okay not to know. It's uncomfortable not to know, but I'm learning that it's still okay to be uncomfortable not to know. So we now have 20 plus people problem learning. So we've changed it from problem solving because we're done trying to solve stuff. We know that that's not our role in this. Our role is to learn. Our role is to get curious. Our role is to help others learn to get curious. So now we have gone from a culture where people literally preferred to go to the dentist and spend an afternoon with me problem solving, to a situation where now we don't have enough experienced coaches to help everybody that wants to participate. So we were sitting at a restaurant in Ann Arbor, and we were going over this presentation actually, and talking about why does Toyota Kata, why is this working at mail order now? We've tried lots of things for lots of years. So why Kata? Why now? And Mike was actually with us, and he asked us, why do you guys think it's working? And it's just interesting how quickly we do fill in those blanks, because we, Eduardo and I, because we're super smart, right, immediately started filling in this blank and saying, we know why it's working at mail order, and here's the 5 reasons that we think it is. And we started using words like, well, we think it's this, and perhaps it's this, and maybe it's that. And Mike rightly pointed out that we didn't know. We didn't know why it was working, and that we had reached our threshold of knowledge, right? And we said, all right, well, we're doing a presentation on this, so we better go find out. And so we decided that we would ask the people who were actually these 20 plus people, let's ask them why. Why Kata, why now? So John, who is one of these engaged people, is going to talk to us about why these folks have gotten involved now.
All right, so we went around, we were wondering why Kata, why now? We asked the core crew, what got you involved? What got you interested? You see our results here. We started staring at them like a magic eye. Stuff started popping out. We like to be involved with problem solving. We like learning. We like fixing things. So Kata's a personal fit for some of us. The visuals and the clear process, the directions, the SOPs, the process is appealing. It's easy to see. It almost becomes common sense. So when we're empowered to make decisions, change things at work, it's okay to make mistakes. We can change things, see the progress. We get to see it. That's the change that I made. I feel better about it. Everyone feels happy. You can do changes at work. That's the motivation. That's the engagement behind the Kata. That's why we have 20 plus people involved. Kata works.
We know it works. We know that we like it. These are our 20 plus engaged people. A couple of snapshots of our storyboards there. And we're just continuing on our journey. So that's what we had for you today.